Hey guys, welcome to PhattChat. The best place to be Monday nights, 10 p.m. is right here.
Song, the future. One of these days, I'm gonna be sitting at a table with 3 kids, and one of those kids is gonna call me out for buying a Call of Duty multiplayer.
I'm gonna take your mic. I'm gonna take your mic. I'm gonna do it. It's mine. It's mine now. You can
DLC.
You can have it back.
Your hard work.
Yeah. All right.
I just kind of
You jumped in, man. I like it.
But he dies.
No,
you
that's
pay
wrong.
$2,000. You just get really wasted and wake back up with a.
That's not true at all.
Just like real life now. They said you were in. You're gonna get memed again. Oh no, you. Let me.
PhattChat. Beautiful, the always Joshua.
I'm friendly fucking ogre. So hey, what's up, pal? How you doing?
Maybe today's opposite day.
Oh, I wish you were right.
It's not though. It's May 1st.
It is May 1st. I had April May Fools.
That's it, you guys. It has not been dubbed May Fools.
That's right. It's fucking May 1st. I don't know. All these days are fucking. This even says it on my phone. Jesus.
Audio's all fucked up too.
Yeah. I know. We know the audio's fucked. We know the audio's fucked. We know. The audio's fucked. We're working on it.
No, we're not.
We're working on the audio right now. Or I guess it would be right now.
Right now.
This guy sucks major dude dicks.
All day
All day
long.
long.
Yeah, obviously. That seems to make the most sense, I think.
Yeah.
Of anything that's going on. Whoa. I mean, it better be on. There's just the audio board's just not on. That'd be terrific.
I guess.
Give me a second. I'm gonna drink
I
my
just want
coffee.
to talk about fucking video games, you know?
No, I think
There was like no video game news that I paid attention to at all this last week.
dude, there was a ton of video game news. I have all the video game news.
Oh, yeah, but
I have it.
More esports bullshit?
All the East. That's all it is.
I'd fucking break your
That's
wrist if that was the
all it is. I just have esports.
case. So,
All right, you guys. Now that we're done talking about
better come back and go away.
the length, no, it's back. It's back. All right.
We could just charades our whole show the whole
I think
time.
we'd be able. I think we'd do a successful show.
I'm pretty emotive with my hands when I feel like it. I like to gesticulate. That's not another word for masturbate.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
I learned a few Japanese words today.
Nice. Like what?
Was eroge,
Which means
erotic visual novels.
that seems like a good thing to know.
Yeah, I guess. The other one I think is called nukage.
Nukage, okay.
And nukage is erotic visual novels that are designed to help you masturbate.
So there's a difference.
There is a difference. One has like the
It's like artsy.
penultimate scene is like maybe some.
Yeah, it's like
Some sex.
it's more maybe a little artsier.
But nukage, or I've probably pronounced something like that. I like to call it nukage because I am
Nukage.
American.
Yeah.
You know, is erotic from start to finish, like Bible Black. Learned that today.
No, he's done that for a while.
Yep.
Welcome to PhattChat, you guys, where we don't just talk about different forms of pornography.
Sometimes we have working audio.
We are here to talk about video games. I'm your host, Brandon. To my right is Josh, and to the far right on his computer is Peter.
It's a tablet.
It's a tab cuter.
It's a thing.
It's a tablet.
Well,
I'm just being specific. I want to shut you up and shut you off right off the start.
no!
And establish my correct dominance.
That's not how we do this, okay?
Because now the audience is assuming and already assumptive that what Josh says has some truth to it, so they'll be more likely to be in my corner when it comes to blows over probably your first fucking topic, whatever it is.
No, okay. First off, Brandon's got the facts, right? That's just the way it is. Brandon's like loaded with facts. That's all I have
Brandon
here.
is fake news because that's all he reads all day.
It's just fake news. It's just alternative facts. That's
I'm
all I
pretty
have
sure
here.
it was a month ago you just started reading fake news off.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, the April Fools.
Yeah. You literally read fake news.
Okay. I did read fake news.
Yeah. So
But there was-
we go. We've already established Josh is correct.
There was
Okay,
real
and
news.
Brandon reads fake news.
There was real
He
news
admitted
in there.
himself.
There was real news in there. It was mixed.
So he changes the story. He flip-flops too.
Flip flop. That's all I do.
God,
All day long.
Great politician right here.
Yeah, that's right. President. Some years in the future.
20-something, whatever.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I was gonna do the math, and then I was like, I don't give a shit that much because I don't want to be president. Don't write me in. I don't want that responsibility. You guys don't want me to be president. Shit would go fucking all kinds of wrong. Like they'd be like, Brandon, you just need to sign this. I'd be like,
Nothing would get done.
they'd be like, all you have to do. All you have to do to like solve these problems is sign this one piece of paper. I'm like, I'll get around to it. 4 years later, I'd be like, oh shit,
I'm just gonna grab
I forgot to
beer,
sign that
I'll be right
paper.
back.
Okay, on the topic of beer, right? We're having this conversation right now on the show, Peter. What's a reasonable amount of beer to drink in a day?
Don't fucking ask me this question.
No. Real.
What do you mean reasonable? What kind of day it is? What happened yesterday?
A reasonable day.
Why am I drinking the beer?
You're drinking the beer because you like beer.
Okay,
Nothing extreme happened yesterday. You worked. You came home.
so it's my day off.
Okay, yeah. So it's your day
Okay.
off.
Yeah, I'm running a D&D game tonight.
No.
Okay, I just full fucking day off, nothing. Right? A
Yeah.
reasonable amount of
Reasonable
beer
amount of beer.
is I drink until I can't.
Solid, right? Okay, no, I feel okay, right? I'm right there with you. That's solid.
A reasonable amount of beer for me is you got to remember that I drink fucking pitchers, half
Yep.
pitchers. So I don't know how much is like 2 beers, 2.5 beers, right? And I fucking down those motherfuckers like they're going out of.
So I went, okay. So this is what happened, right?
I'll fucking cut down like maybe 8 of those fuckers before I'm ready to go home.
So Peter bought a 12-pack, and I was okay. I was asleep when the 12-pack was purchased, but I woke up the next day, and I'd say maybe like 5 or 6, probably about half of them were drank, right? Whatever. So Michelle and I, my girlfriend, we drink them like that day.
Pussies.
But okay, that's 6 beers. That's
We're
only
going
3.
back to my
No,
dating
hold on.
days.
There's
Back
more.
to my
There's
fucking
more.
dating
There's
days,
more, right?
bro.
So that's 3 each, right? Not an absurd amount in a day. But we drank Peter's last beer, so we were like, okay, we should be good. So we ate, we drank the beer, last 2 beers with our food. Then we left, bought a 20-pack of the same beer, brought it back here.
Drank half of it and left the last half for him because that's only fair.
No. So what we did is it was in there for like 5 days. And over the 5 days, it all got drank. And Peter was like, I had one. I was like, well, it was in there for 5 days. And you had
technically, we bought it.
one. No. It wasn't that we bought it.
The whole thing was I don't drink beer that
Okay,
quick.
first off,
My problem was
you
like-
guys are bitches. Back on my fucking dating days, before Vanessa, there was this one girl. I won't name her, but we were seeing.
Name her. I need her name.
Her name was Jessica.
Jessica, you bitch.
Oh, I'll tell you that story off a fucking camera, bro. Oh, that was one of the worst fucking moments of my life. Was this woman?
Fucking Jessica.
So, anyways,
whore.
we would hang out. We were like, "Oh, you should come over. We'll watch like a movie." And she's like, "Movies
Yeah.
are boring." I'm like, "I fucking agree. Like, let's break convention. Why don't you come over to the house and we'll play beer pong?"
Yep.
She's like, "All right." So we bought 2 30-packs and would just clear them fucking every night. 60 beers, 30 between the 2 of us.
Okay, let me be clear.
And
I
that's
don't
in
know.
a 6-hour period.
I don't know Jessica. So although I just slandered you, Jessica, I don't want to say I
a
apologize.
Don't apologize to her.
I'm just saying I don't know you,
Shitty fucking.
and the
thug.
the other people in this chat should not follow suit. That's all I'm saying, right?
So my whole point was like right now I don't drink beer that quickly.
That's fair.
Sometimes I can if I'm in a season of my life where I want to drink a lot of beer, but right now I just I have one when I get home from work and I'm good.
He mentioned beer. I had to bring it. Either way,
But
so
I have been drinking a
kinda-
lot lately because I've been spending most of my money on Warhammer.
So I was nice, and I went out and bought a 6-pack, which I have now not touched. I just put it back,
How many have I drank?
like 2.
Yeah.
But it's fine, because it's sitting there. It's out. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like, that's not even there.
My whole
because if
point was
it's
I can't buy 12 packs for one beer because I won't be able to drink it in time. Because you guys just like devour it. There's nothing wrong with that, which I would do that in a certain time period of my life. But
Yeah.
right now I'm just not drinking that quickly.
Yeah, I used to like growing up. Like, it was when I hit 21. My days consisted of fucking Halo and beer. Like, that was my life.
Well,
And
so
then-
that's what's happened is I'm just playing Persona right now, and I'm
And
just
then
like,
Battlefield 3 came out, and it was just Battlefield 3 and beer.
Yeah.
And then it was
literally,
Monster
I'm
Hunter.
sitting here all day just playing Persona, drinking beer, maybe have a coffee in between 2 or 3 beers, back to Persona, more beer, maybe some popcorn,
Get some fucking
more
ramen and
Persona.
sushi with your
It's
fucking
pretty solid.
Persona.
And it wouldn't be an issue if you guys didn't drink that crappy IPA because then I could just
No.
take those.
We drink
What kind of beer is it?
terrible.
Lagunitas IPA.
Gross.
No,
Yeah, see?
get out of
That's
here.
just a shitty IPA.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Lagunitas is trash.
No,
I don't like
Lagunitas
it.
is great.
Damn.
No, you should fucking go hard or go home. Go stone.
Okay, Stone IPA is fantastic, right?
Stone IPA is the least of it. Like you have like fucking Ruination, Ruin 10.
I'm gonna go right center to say IPA is crap.
Now, Peter just doesn't like IPAs
He
because
doesn't like strong flavors.
yeah,
If they could just take like white bread and make it a beer.
That's pretty much what it is.
Natty Ice.
That's what white beer. Like
Dude, he
German-
loved Natty Ice.
I know. I just drink Stella all the time.
Oh.
It's so good.
Stella's good.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
It's fucking gross.
It's fine. It's
Great.
It's tasty, right? Like IPAs are where it's at, right? Thank you. Like IPAs are
You know
delicious.
who actually
they're
surprisingly,
flavorful.
like
they're
this
delicious.
isn't a beer podcast. If you're just joining us, this is about video games allegedly.
A
But
lot of people who play video games probably drink
surprisingly-
because we're obviously suppressing some sort of depression that we have in our lives.
yeah, I'm drinking
We're
because
just
I'm trying to kill something inside of me.
exactly right.
So-
Like we're killing things in the game. We're killing ourselves. It's all the same thing, right? Oh my god.
Dude, I slam Bud like it's going out of fucking
The
style.
only time I drink.
That's
Bud
just
Light, beer
because
pong.
it
That's
wets
it.
my fucking thing, and I get to like drink socially, and I never get drunk. It's great.
We have like
Um,
we've had like 20
Yeah, we
Bud
threw
Lights,
those
and
out.
did you finally?
Finally.
because
do you
they've
know
been
who
sitting there.
surprisingly makes a fucking fantastic IPA?
Who's that?
Sam Adams.
I just don't believe it because it tastes probably just like
No.
their Boston Lager.
No, it's
'Cause
a
all
Rebel
the-
IPA. It's a fucking American
Oh,
IPA.
Rebel IPA.
Okay.
You would like.
yeah.
I think you would like
I've heard
American IPAs because they don't taste like fucking the regular IPAs. Like they're not strong flavors. They're like lighter flavors, but they're bolder mouthfeel.
Down to try everything once.
Mouthfeel. That's important.
Mouthfeel is important.
Mouthfeel is fucking big. Okay, time to get into gaming news, you guys. This is PhattChat, episode 77.
75, 6, something.
Yeah.
70 something.
77. It is 70.
Every
it's
week we play this
77,
game
right?
where I suggest the episode, and it's always one episode later. Brennan corrects me.
Always.
Look, if I don't know where you live, but Rebel IPA is great when it's fucking 120 degrees outside in Tucson. Any
Yeah.
beer tastes good, and I think that's why I have a stipulation, kind of like a leaning into it.
So in gaming news, Nintendo Switch goes airborne.
What?
So the Nintendo Switch is.
So you could fly, you can fling it across the rooms now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can. But what really happened is the Switch has had such a high demand here in the States, Nintendo has not been able to keep up production. As they're coming off the line, the normal shipping process, right, is that they box them up, they put them on a boat, the boat comes over here, and they ship them that way. Obviously, that's slower. You can pack more on it. It's cheaper. That is like the best way for transport, but
Also,
it's
can
not.
get stolen by krakens and mermaids and shit.
But it's not fast, right? So since Nintendo cannot keep production up and crank enough out to fill an entire ship them over, what they're doing now is they're having to resort to fly them over, which is costing them a huge amount of money. It's averaging about $45 per console that they're losing flying them over here versus shipping them. But they need to do that to keep demand up, because as soon as that demand is not being met and then people stop looking for them, their sales are going to drop. What's up?
I already stopped looking.
You didn't start looking, so it's fine.
I
but
still stopped
technically,
looking.
you stopped.
No, he didn't start. You have to start to stop.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a mind fuck right
No,
there.
you don't. You don't have to start.
Do you
to
have to
stop.
start something to stop it?
Yeah.
If you start something, that means you have to be stopped at one point.
That'd be like saying a smoker couldn't quit smoking.
You can't
So when
quit
your
smoking
car's
if you never
parked-
started smoking.
When your car's parked,
Yeah.
is it stopped?
Yes.
Okay.
But at one point it was
So you
started.
have to start it up to go.
But what if it was just manufactured and it never drove?
Yeah.
Is it stopped?
Is it stopped?
What? Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
But it never started.
It never started.
A machine started
You
and then built it and put it there. All right. Something had to start, right? But yeah, so Nintendo's been having issues meeting demand.
By the way, they're attempting to keep up with the demand by flying them over, which means they're going to bring less over at a time for a higher cost.
And then
So
never gonna fill that
Americans,
boat.
Well, at the same time, what they're still doing is they're still trying to get production of them on the boats shipped over.
they're still doing.
This is just them trying to get them, and they said pretty much they're only shipping them to the larger markets. So North America and Europe are the only places they're flying them to. So they're not flying them to like all over. Just really the two
Pretty
major
sure it's the
markets.
only two places that would buy a Nintendo Switch.
That's
I
not
doubt there's
true.
some fucking kid in Colombia. I'm like, hope Nintendo comes down here. I'm tired of the narcos. I want more Nintendos.
So this is being met with both praise and criticism.
I'm sure investors are happy.
Praise obviously from people who want the console, and every time they go in, they're sold
Why
out.
would anyone criticize the decision to throw the Nintendo Switch on a fucking airplane? It's
Uh,
their decision. It's to ship things over. Who the fuck gives a shit how it
investors,
comes here?
Yeah.
investors
Fuck the
do.
investors.
Because if okay, so if the console makes $200, okay, so the console's $200.
Why were they critical of that? They could be critical of so many other fucking things.
I know, right?
Because they need to make money. And
Oh.
if you're cutting $45 of profit out of every
Depending on
console
how many can you
sold,
fit on a fucking airplane. Not that
That's okay.
many.
It only costs like $1 to make.
To be
so-
clear, they're probably not filling up entire cargo planes. They're just
Oh,
filling up
sure.
baggage compartments of regular.
yeah,
So that what you fit a couple hundred on the fucking plane, like
it's enough though to still cut into their profit. What's more widely the real reason for the criticism here is the fact that they have also canceled production of the Nintendo Classics because their statement was, we have too many things going on right now that we need to cut production.
they
Yet
started another one.
they launched
Or are
the
launching.
2DS XL.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, whatever.
So
I think it looks
we
cool.
can't meet demand of our
Okay, first
Switch,
off-
which is our best-selling console ever.
First off,
We can't meet demand of our Nintendo Classics, which are selling out as they hit the stores. Yet
Okay,
we are
the
going to
2DS
stop
the
production of one,
2DS
slow production of the other to make the new 2DS
No,
XL.
they're not making the 2DS XL. The 2DS XL, I guarantee you, is just the 3DS XL with a 2D screen. That's all it fucking is. I guarantee
Well,
you.
it is.
That's
technically
exactly
but
what. That's
they-
exactly.
Then,
what it is.
then it's less cost to make that than the fucking
You think
3DS.
they just like fucking took like? I mean, obviously like the 3D slide, they didn't just like tear it out.
Yeah, it's
do you
it's a
think they
little
just,
it's
like,
thinner.
The
The console is thinner. Yeah, you can look at it. You can look at it. The console's a fair
I wonder
amount
if they
thinner.
just like slapped a new fucking skin on it or something.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Honestly, it's like the outside of it is different. I'm sure all the interior parts are the same.
I bet you the production cost to create that. They probably had this design in the pipe for a really long time, put it on hold because the Switch, put it on hold because the Classics, and then they realized, okay, well, the Classics is going to cost us a lot of money. The Switch is going to cost
It
us
blows
a
my
lot of money.
fucking mind that.
But
This
they're
is
both-
not going to cost us a
But
lot of money.
those
'cause
two
there's
consoles are
less-
already selling so well.
Right.
You don't need to throw another thing. You don't need
It's
to.
not another thing. You guys are looking at it as a
yeah,
brand
they're
new thing.
they're already like spinning those wheels.
It's the same shit.
yeah.
But okay.
Different skin.
they don't
That's all it-
manufacture it either.
It's less. I guarantee you, it's less on Nintendo to make that, and it's going to churn a profit.
Regardless,
I
though,
agree.
That
though.
will churn a profit off of a less fucking margin than the 3DS XL will. There's no fucking reason for us to be up in arms. They launched the fucking 2DS XL. Oh my god!
No. Because yes,
My coyers!
you have to be smart about it, right? At a certain point.
That is smart.
No, you're flooding the market with like
I
you're,
think it is smart. Though,
you're
'cause
drawing
you-
attention away from shit that you don't. Right now, the attention needs to be on the Switch,
No.
and that's it because that's where they're fucking. That's their
They
new.
don't want attention.
That's their future.
The 3DS, the fucking 2DS XL didn't get a huge ass launch. Oh, that was nice. Cool. Yummy.
Yeah, it's not getting huge. Last
It didn't get a big ass launch. They just said, "Yo, we're launching this.
But the fact that
You can buy it this summer."
the fact that you're launching a console, and the feature of the console is you're taking away a feature. So you're selling.
Okay, no,
launching
that's
a
not
console.
feature.
The
It's just-
Switch,
okay.
the Switch's feature, right? It was sold to you as a hybrid console that you can
No,
play
no,
at
I'm talking
home.
about the 2DS.
No, I know, but you can play at home or take on the go,
I got you.
right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow down production
I got
of
your
the
point.
Switch
You said your point 3 times.
to do a 2DS, which now you take on the go. So what? My Switch is now obsolete.
Do we know for a fact that they're slowing down the production of the Switch?
No,
Then you cannot say that.
there
that
could be
cannot
entirely
your
different
argument.
manufacturers making those. 'Cause they don't
Okay,
make it, they
okay,
outsource
that's
it.
fair.
They're churning these out at the same rate they are the 3DS XL for a smaller margin or bigger margin of profit because it costs less to create these. That's all it is. It's a smart move for Nintendo.
the fact-
Because it will sell. People will buy them because number one, you can
I don't
guarantee
know.
your games are going to run a little bit better. Monster Hunter Generations has the option to turn the 3D off, and it improves frame rate. It improves.
Honestly, I play with my 3D off almost every game I play.
but
So
they have the
2DS
option
makes
in
sense
game
to me.
to turn it off, and when you do that, it boosts everything.
Makes sense.
And so now you're gonna have a console that has the same power, but less processing going into producing that 3D, so you can play your games without the 3D.
Yep.
They're gonna run better, and people who like to fucking play their Pokemons, like to play like with your Pokemon, they offer less loading times. It's gonna offer faster frames between switching scenes.
Yep.
And that's gonna help you get through the game. It's gonna be a lot smoother in your animations and your little your lighting, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And the whole point of it, though, is it's not a new console. It's not a new idea. It's an old idea made better by the point that it costs less to make. And Nintendo needs any fucking Swiss Army thing that they can pull out of their fucking pockets right now to stay afloat. Because the Switch is costing them. They aren't able to produce brand new consoles like the entertainment system, the new Super Nintendo. They can't produce that. But what they can do is literally just fucking switch screens and a little case on a fucking 2DS.
Yep.
and just send that shit
So
out.
I agree with every single point you make across the board. The timing is what gets me, right? Because you just launched your Switch. You need to let the Switch fucking have its success. Let it ride. It's being sold to you as this on-the-go console. You
Because the
need to
Switch-
not draw. All you're doing is flooding the market with too much. It's Peter and I talk about it all the time. When you flood the market with too much crap, eventually
But
you
you're
just
saying
start.
it's crap though. What you're looking at is the fact that number one, they need attention away from the Switch because the Switch had this huge because look, the Switch had this huge fucking thing.
Yeah.
But now they can't meet the demand, and so what they need to do is they're going to continue pushing the Switches out at this same fucking rate that they promised. But at the meantime, here's a new Nintendo's thing. It's not a new fucking console. They're not trying to take away from the Switch. They're just giving the people who are dedicated fans to an old and true standby console that has been successful, continues to be successful, another option.
Okay, but
an option that they've always wanted because the last 2
But
years
you're a
was
parent.
a fucking piece of shit.
I agree, but you're a parent, right?
No,
and your
I'm not.
kid. Let's pretend you're a parent.
I will be. Give me till September.
No. Let's pretend for a second you're a parent.
Fuck no.
You have a
Am I
kid.
you my kid?
No. You
Go
have
to
a
fucking
kid.
bed. Don't
You-
talk to me like
Hey!
that. Lower your fucking voice,
Hey!
young man.
I'm trying to make a point.
I'm your fucking father, okay? You don't get to talk to me this way.
I don't need this.
Yeah, you fucking point. I told you it was rude. The next time you point, I'll break your fucking fingers and send you to bed with that dinner. You got it? You're fucking.
Hostile work environment, you guys. You have a kid.
Home environment.
You have a kid. That kid wants a Nintendo console, right? He's like, oh, all my friends are fucking talking about this Nintendo console. I fucking want it super bad, right?
Grades.
Oh shit, the Switches aren't in fucking stock, right? Oh, but
Take him
this
a
new
2DS,
but
you're
this
the worst
new
parent ever.
2DS came out. I really want it. So parent buys him the new 2DS. Here's the new Nintendo console. Well, fuck. Now I just spent $150 plus money
Okay,
on a game. So
first
now we're
off,
$200
I'm
into
the
it.
parent.
So you can go
I
fuck
know-
off and not get a Switch ever.
I know the difference.
You don't, because parents don't know the
Yeah,
difference.
parents are retarded.
Parents don't. From
Not-
somebody who has worked in GameStop, parents come in and have no fucking idea. They're like, oh, my kid said he wanted the new Nintendo console. And you're like, oh, the Switch, we're sold out. But they also just launched this new 2DS because I'm a salesperson and I'm supposed to push this shit on you.
fucked up because in this scenario, I'm the parent. And I know the difference. One, my kid's not getting a fucking Nintendo.
I'm sorry, but the average
Oh, my
parent
kids get a Nintendo.
is
Well,
not
you have
you.
a PC, son.
The average parent is not you. They're drawing attention away from
The
their own
mind-blowing
console.
thing, though, is they already just launched. They did this with the 3DS.
XL.
They
The new
launched
3DS.
the new 3DS.
Yep.
They made one game for it, even though it was
Yep.
supposed to have its own set of games. So they obviously aren't supporting it. And now they're doing the same thing again with the 2DS. So you're gonna buy this console
Yeah,
based
get a
on what?
fucking job.
How's it going, Negro?
Negroes?
It was. I didn't even notice it
Super
until
wrong.
I said it out loud. I was like,
That's almost. as
my
good
brain
as-
read it as knee. Grow. New word. I was like, oh.
Jesus.
But no, see, that's my point, though, right? And like I said, I agree with every single thing you said. I think the launching of the new 2DS makes sense because you know what? I would fucking buy it because it's $150.
You're not gonna buy it.
It's at a reasonable price. It does have the processing power of the new 3DS XL.
Which is why
So-
I buy it, because I got to play Monster Hunter better.
It is more powerful.
You are
It
gonna
does
buy
have
it?
the new analog stick. So
I don't have the XL.
No, you're gonna buy the 2DS.
Yeah.
Whatever.
no, that's what I'm saying, right? The console itself makes sense. 100%. I think it's a joke that like
I think we could live without it though.
we could live without it, right? But it's not a bad at the price point. It is $150 for the console you're getting. It makes sense. It's valuable. When you're having success with a console, keep attention there.
Yeah.
What they need to keep doing is just keep doing directs and showing
I
off new
understand that,
games
like, you don't,
and
they don't
showing
want to draw
off new.
attention
That's
to,
assuming that Nintendo knows what the fuck to do with the Switch.
which they don't.
They
But
They don't know what
don't.
to do with success. They haven't had it in 20 years.
yeah. I get what you're saying, but don't draw attention to the fact they can't keep up with demand. But if you take your attention away from it, you're not gonna get it back.
That's the problem,
So
right?
even-
This isn't taking attention away from it.
So,
But
no,
right-
you just said that they don't want attention on it. They need to not pay attention to
Right.
the Switch.
No, but
I
they
think
do.
I
They-
think even bad publicity is good publicity. Just keep the eyes on there, and they'll catch up eventually.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, right? Like right now, people are excited, right? People are going to stores every day. People are calling into stores every single day looking for Switches. They're calling up, hey, do you have a Switch? They're going in waiting out in line at like fucking 6 a.m. to be the first people in line to get Switches, right? And Nintendo needs to keep that excitement. Nintendo, like, their artificial scarcity has not worked in the past, but
problem
it
that
is
you're
working
fucking
now.
having Is you're assuming that this 2DS XL is a huge launch and everyone Nintendo wants all focus on it. oh my god, this is brand fucking new. Nintendo's just doing it to cover costs, and they're sending it out, and they're just offering it out, and this is all based off of like 2 fucking articles of them just shitting it out to like, oh, Game Informer, we're doing this. Yo, Kotaku, we're doing this. That's it.
No. At the end of the day, right? Like I said, I think it's a smart move that you do it, but just the timing is wrong because regardless, we've sat here now and talked about it for 15 minutes about their fucking new 2DS XL. But we haven't been spending 20 minutes about the new stuff for the Switch.
I spent the last 20 minutes arguing with you. I don't give a fuck about this. I'm buying it. You're not going to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when it comes to fucking Nintendo, I like the 3DS XL. I'm not going to get. I like the 3DS. I'm not getting a fucking Switch.
No,
because that's the kind of gamer I am.
Because I'm also not going to pick up a Switch, and I might get the new 2DS XL. So I'm right there with you. Right? But
it's not. But
you have at a certain point you need to capitalize on your success, and they're not doing that.
Okay, if they didn't do this 2DS XL, what you're assuming is that they would be capitalizing on the Switch, and the answer to that question, and what the thing is no, they would not.
I guess that is the issue. Yeah,
don't fucking know what to do. They
With
haven't
success.
had success in 20 years. And now
that's-
that they have
that's
it,
my
they're
point,
like, here's
though.
the Switch. Here's 5 fucking games.
Yeah. They're like, here's the Switch. Oh my God, it's so successful. Here's the NES Classic.
Yes, it is, Robert
Oh
White.
my God, it's so successful. Wait. We're going to do a new console because the last 2 we launched were so big. We're just going to keep going big. Like, no, calm down. Be successful with what you have. Fucking support that shit. New games for it. New fucking updates. Keep that fucking, like, operating system, like, powerful. Like, keep your shit going. Don't put new shit out. Give it a few months.
Okay, next article. I'm done talking about Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm over it. Next.
Call of Duty 4 Remastered
Maybe get one of those like little judge hammers.
has been
Listed as a standalone. Thank you.
Really?
I can read.
Yeah.
Give me these.
No, you back up. All right, maybe next time you can research some articles and then you can read those.
You pulled them up like 5 minutes ago.
No, that's not true at all.
It was like an hour ago.
No, it was at like 6 o'clock,
I
you
just
guys.
made that up.
Gosh, okay.
they
So
are
right
bringing
now,
out standalone, huh?
right now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered is only available if you pick it up with Infinite Warfare. Obviously, we've talked about that a whole lot, and it's
I told you
absolutely
this would
retarded.
happen. It's been, what, 6 months? It's been about 6 months?
Probably. Yeah.
That may change, however, as somebody noticed that GameFly had listings up for Modern Warfare as its own title to pick up.
Oh, yeah, because GameFly is a reputable fucking source.
The page had a PS4 edition, which showed a launch date of June 30th, and an Xbox One version coming 1 month later on July 30th. The reason people think
sense.
that one date is because currently Activision has
Partnership with
the
Sony.
partnership with Sony, where they're getting all DLC a month early. So that's where the validity came
June
from.
30th makes sense with an E3 announcement.
Yep. So that's where the validity came from. Because at first people were like, same thing you said, like, oh, fucking who gives a shit? It's GameFly. Nobody even knows they still exist, right?
I know they still exist. I just said they weren't a reputable source.
But then the fact that they had
Fake news.
a date that was, like you said, coincided with E3, where a good
I hope they
announcement
have
would
more
come.
than that up their sleeve. for
They
E3.
have a month date apart, which is the same as their DLC, which would also make sense. So there is enough there
It
to
could
validate
be
this as a
legit.
possible, as a...
I told
Yep.
you it's going to happen anyways.
Oh,
the
I
only
mean-
reason they released it was to sell Infinite Warfare and to call Infinite Warfare because they knew Infinite Warfare wasn't going to do good by itself.
Yeah.
And so what they needed to do is Call of Duty has to stay on top. Has to stay on top in order for us to go ahead and continue having money.
Do you think
sent to
they
us.
might be generous enough to give it out for free?
No.
No.
Fucking hard, no.
Absolutely not.
It cost
Are
fucking
you
$40 as it was.
Kidding.
Just wondering.
That was that.
EA gave out Plants vs Zombies for free.
That was the most ridiculous statement I've heard of the night, and I've said some
It's
asinine
an
shit.
E3 announcement.
No,
Well,
they
June
won't.
30th would be after E3, so
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. They will not give that game away
I guess
for
Gameplay
free.
wouldn't rent it. It was
Because
free.
it's the only reason that they fucking made any money anyways off the last Call of Duty, like he just said. So
Yeah.
nobody's going to fucking, like... If they give it away for free, think about how pissed everybody who bought Infinite Warfare, like the extra edition,
Well, they could argue like you didn't buy that game. It was just a bonus.
they would fucking... dude, people would be livid.
Shrek, it means you're an admin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it means you're an admin, so you can block all those fucking. What do you call them?
The guy posting rap,
The what?
he just post rap lyrics, dog. That's all he did.
I didn't do anything.
Bethesda launched an invite to their E3 showcase, which
Tease Brett 2 new games. I knew this.
may tease 2 new announcements. You know this? Drop some knowledge on the peeps.
I dropped some knowledge. So Bethesda sent out like a picture that looks like a theme park map. It's all cutesy and shit like that.
It is
And
actually.
you got all the different like rides going on. You have like some
didn't see
like
this.
the new Prey there. You have some Elder Scrolls there.
The
you have
big three were
Fallout,
Doom, Quake, and Elder Scrolls.
and then you have Quake. But there was 2 under construction ones. One has like a city-looking vibe to it. Dishonored was also on there. One has like a city-looking vibe to it, and the other has like a hills-looking vibe to it.
Yep.
So who knows? Maybe the hills one's an Elder Scroll. Maybe the city one is. Who knows?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so
Okay,
two say
have,
under
like, hills.
construction.
It's a fucking gorgeous picture.
It
Also
is.
has the cutest Keiko demon from Doom I've ever
Doesn't it?
seen in my entire fucking
Got a
life.
bobblehead in the middle.
And fuck the bobblehead. Something about that Keiko demon. Look at him over there. Look how
So,
adorable he is.
yeah,
That's
so
my
this
new,
is-
that's gonna be my new fucking picture in like Discord and shit.
This is obviously showing that we might be getting 2 new announcements from Bethesda, which they have confirmed an E3 presence. Hopefully, we get a lot about. Of course, we're probably going to hear some more about Quake Champions. Hopefully, some more about Elder Scrolls. Maybe we do get the new Elder Scrolls. Not an Elder Scrolls Online would be sweet. Maybe something new for Doom, because as Doom was super
If they
successful.
announce an Elder Scrolls, that means it's coming out this year. I don't think that's possible.
I think it is.
You think they could release this another like?
If
Elder
they use
Scrolls?
the same engine as Fallout,
Which they no, because Fallout is always based off.
Fallout came
of
out
the
in
Elder Scrolls.
2015, right?
Yeah.
2017. That's 2 years. I think that's too
with
quick.
all if they use all the same assets that they used in Fallout, that they can.
don't though. They're not like that. They always fucking make that shit from scratch. when they
I
can.
don't know if you're what you're fucking talking about because Fallout is
Yeah.
based off of
Yeah, I
the
get
Elder
that.
Scrolls engine.
No,
It's not
you
bad.
will-
I get
you
you,
will
but
not get a
they don't,
Fallout
like,
5.
They don't reuse the assets though. They're not gonna fucking have screwdrivers and shit. In
Well,
Skyrim.
no. But like, I mean, you use all the same physics. You use the same.
Fallout 5's a definite.
Fallout
not.
5 will definitely. I can guarantee you
No, I'm
that
gonna-
Fallout 5
I'm
will
gonna-
not be
I'm gonna
announced.
say
Mar-
right
the
here,
Morrowind
there's-
expansion for ESO is already on the picture. That's not one of the things under
I'll say
construction.
right here, there's
Yep.
no way this Elder Scrolls is gonna be this year.
That's
No.
You make that statement. There's no way.
I agree with him.
Hold me to it.
And if it is, I won't play it. It will be shit. I guarantee it'll be shit. I'll play it. I'll play it.
You'll play it. I was like, don't even, right?
No, there's no
Uh,
way.
But that's the thing is why would in a theme park why would you have 2 Elder Scrolls rides?
But they're just
Why
like
wouldn't you?
to confuse people.
You know what I mean? There's already an Elder Scrolls section on
There's
there. Why
obviously
would
like
you
fair.
have
there's obviously like a Doom section. They're not gonna release another Doom.
no, and if anything, it's just going to be like a Doom expansion.
Yeah. So everyone's assuming, obviously, that probably means 2 big new announcements, whether it be expansions, new IPs, whatever it is. Expect to
They're
hear
going
some
to
big
tease Elder
news.
Scrolls.
Expect to hear some big news
They
from
don't do teasing,
Bethesda.
though. They announce
Bethesda
release-
doesn't do teasing, but also the Bethesda you're thinking about is 2015 Bethesda.
Yeah, we're at 2017.
But they've
Bethesda.
always had
2017.
success with that marketing strategy. Why would they change it?
I don't know because bitches like to
Because
tease them.
Nintendo's having success with their Switch and they're changing it. So like,
No, I'm still standing by it.
switching it up.
There's no way it's this year.
They're going to tease it. And yeah, they have teased. They teased all the time. Fallout 3 was a giant tease. Fucking the only thing they hadn't teased was Fallout 4. They teased Doom. They teased Skyrim.
Okay, and they tease Fallout 4 technically, but they have them like hidden away in like website.
Oh
code
no,
and shit.
Fallout
You gotta
4. That
find
was fucking
crap.
shut fucking lip. Hey, we're making a Fallout 4. That's all they said.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, check out Fallout 4. Also coming out this year. That was the big reveal.
people did.
You're
People
thinking about
did.
2015 Bethesda. Bethesda likes to tease. That's what they
People did know that it was going to be in Boston. That was the one
do.
thing.
That was a
That's 'cause
leak.
That was the
Yeah.
one thing.
That
no,
was a leak.
not
It
even a
wasn't really a
leak.
leak. They saw the
People
people
saw the people there like
studying it.
canvassing
That
Boston.
was a leak. Yeah, exactly. That's
That's
still
not
that's a leak.
That's like a
That's still a
It
leak.
wasn't private information that got out. Like they
Yeah.
were walking around. Like
yeah. They were just
with theirs
walking
the shirts
around.
on.
Yeah.
But
They
that
weren't,
kid
like-
told us it was set in Boston.
They
That
weren't
was it.
really trying to hide it. They were just like, oh, Bethesda dudes taking pictures of Boston.
Right. That's still a fucking leak because they never confirmed it. It didn't come from an official source, therefore it's leak.
I guess it's semantics.
It's semantics.
It's semantics.
XCOM creator is going crowdfunding for his new game called Phoenix Point, a turn-based tactical game from XCOM creator Julian Gollop. Is turning to crowdfunding. He is going to Fig, which is looking for backers there. Fig's a lot like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, where you basically give money. It has rewards. Difference with Fig, though, is you do have a chance to actually get investment opportunity. So they
yeah, I heard
always have like different goals. So the goal is $500,000, 500,000. Up to 300,000 is investment goals, and then the extra 200,000 is just standard crowdfunding and stuff like that, which is really cool. They did already make $250,000, and it has until June 8th. So it looks like it's probably going to get backed. If anyone's
That's in like
ever
3 years.
He's making this by himself?
No.
Or like not with 2K, obviously.
I don't. Yeah, it's not with 2K. He broke away and he's doing his own thing. But yeah. So obviously, turn-based tactical game. It looks more StarCrafty, a little bit more Alien and stuff like that than maybe XCOM was, because XCOM was
More
obviously
Alien than
yeah.
XCOM?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it has more. The characters and stuff look more like they're out of like
more
StarCraft.
Sci-fi.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like soldiers. Right? Okay.
Correct, because obviously like
Starship Troopers.
XCOM is very rooted in here, like on Earth with aliens coming in. Obviously,
Allegedly.
XCOM 2 brought a lot more aliens to
Allegedly.
it successfully.
Allegedly.
Those words
Who
don't-
alleges?
aren't even
I don't know.
synonyms.
I've never even played it.
You haven't played XCOM? You guys heard it here. Josh hates XCOM.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that part of history.
Yeah, I haven't talked about XCOM ever.
Where we all died.
Did you say XCOM?
I said XCOM. I can't
Yeah.
talk. I'm fucking. I've been up since fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
If you guys have played any Persona and you do any streaming at all, you know that Atlas has had a very strict policy on streaming Persona. Atlas has apologized for its perceived threat and loosens Persona 5 streaming restrictions.
You know what? We stream shit. That game is so good. Stop fucking watching it. Go play it.
Yeah. So basically what happened is when Atlas launched Persona 5, there was a strict you cannot stream past 7/7. It's a date in the game. So the game goes day by day. So obviously that's calendar.
You
in
also
the
can't
game.
stream any fucking like cutscenes or anything naturally from the PlayStation. You
Yep.
have to have a capture card.
So they actually did not get rid of that feature. So the share button just doesn't work in the game. So you can't take pictures, you can't record, you can't. Any of that stuff is just not available in the game. Even still, they did extend the day. So originally you were not allowed to stream past day 7/7 because that's when the story starts to pick up. It's not really like fast, but it's not climax at all. It's starting to pick up. They did apologize for that strict one, and they did push it back to 11/19, so November 19th. That's when the story is like truly at its climax. Things are going big. You're still not allowed to stream past that.
You know what's retarded? If you like watch all the way up to that, that's how many out? What date are you on?
God, I'm on like mid-September, and
How
I'm
many
like
hours
80
is-
hours into
so
the
that means
game.
You watched 100 fucking hours, 80 to 100 hours, and then you're not going to find out the ending.
And you're
'Cause
not even
nobody
able
can stream it, so you
yeah.
have to go play it, and you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
No one can stream it, but can you put it on YouTube?
Straight
Bailey
copyright.
Atlas
Can
said,
you take pictures of it and make a slideshow?
Nope. You put it on the internet, they're gonna get flagged.
That's not streaming it. It's not the game. What
They
if you
don't- they don't
drew it
care.
out yourself?
then it'd be
As
your
fan
art. Yeah.
that'd be
And
And
you
you
could do
voiced
it.
it yourself. I'm gonna
Maybe.
fucking do that. I'm gonna ruin Persona for you guys.
So basically what
You have to
happened.
play it first, which
Spiky
is a
haired
lot of work.
protagonist dice. I don't even know in the game, but I know it's anime, so therefore the main protagonist is spiky.
He actually does not.
Allegedly.
That's like your new word today, huh?
No, that's my new word. Period.
So Atlas originally said you can't stream past 7/7. You can't do any boss fights. You can't do,
Turn the air conditioning down.
like Peter was saying, you can't fucking share off the thing. You can't do any cutscenes. Like it was super strict. And basically they put out a thing that said if you do, you are going to be risk of getting content ID claim or worse, a channel strike, an account suspension, and we have warned you, do not do this. Basically, a lot of people wrote into them and were really offended. They took it as a threat. They said, you guys are kind of asses about it. So Atlas actually came out and apologized. They said, to our surprise, we saw numerous articles go up, opinion videos post, and received emails asking us to please change our Persona 5 streaming and video policy. Atlas
Honestly,
wrote
if
on
you
its
want to
website.
stream a game that fucking hard, just stream a game. Don't stream Persona. There's like a problem. There's literally a million other fucking games out there.
Honestly, like when they came out with that, like we stream shit once in a while, and if I really like it, I want to stream. But when people don't want us to stream it, I don't care. I just don't
Yep.
stream it. Like,
Yep.
Nintendo wants to be dicks about streaming. We just don't stream Nintendo games. No big deal.
Yep.
Like they're your games. Like we have the lucky and fortunate advantage that we can stream these games.
Yep.
It's a privilege. It's
Yep.
not like we're entitled to it.
You and I even honestly, we read that and we are like, oh man, that's really strict. Not a lot of games do it, but whatever, cool. Like that's fine. Like at the end of the day, everyone, video games hit a really weird spot because it is art. Regardless of how you look at it, people put hundreds and thousands of man hours into this thing that's art. But then they have sold it to you, and now it is in the public domain. It is public property. So like it hits a really weird spot where it's
I don't
like
know, man. Some video games aren't art. Like today, I fed a fucking half-naked man an icicle.
well, like
It's a popsicle. I fed him a popsicle.
there's plenty of non-art
five-
games.
I
five-
think this
minutes
goes
long.
down the road of like, and I was having this conversation the other day, but I think the people get most upset are the people who have careers on YouTube and Twitch.
Yep.
And I was talking about how like those people get really
Well, if you have a
upset.
career on YouTube, say goodbye to it.
Yeah, people get really upset every time they change like their monetary policies and
Yeah.
their payment structures. And
Yeah.
we get affected by that, but not to the same extent.
Yeah.
But if your whole career depends on somebody else's business, like
It
you have to be prepared that they
Yeah.
can change it. It's their right to.
and then
like,
with something like Persona, like I mean, what if on your point, people who that's their career, they stream every Tuesday and they stream the most popular game and they play that for a week and they were loaded up and ready to play Persona and all of a sudden like they bought Persona, installed it.
but they have no like contract with Atlas.
Yeah.
No privilege or agreement in place to stream this. It's not like Atlas
I
broke a
feel
deal.
like, I feel
Correct.
like the
You know?
butthurt is acceptable, but don't fucking go to Atlas for it.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly-
they're literally all they're trying to do is stop people from ruining the games from themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're trying to.
And they even apologized the way they phrased
Their
it.
their apology was actually like
Sincere.
really fucking great. We recognize that our fans are the reason why the game is a major worldwide success it is, and we continue to want them to be able to enjoy the game without fear of being spoiled. However, we also heard your issues with the guidelines and have decided to revise them.
People who had issues are the big YouTubers.
Yeah. Really, at the end of the day, like it's like, once again that's a gray area, right? Like personally, me like that didn't offend me because at the end of the day, Atlas just wanted people.
At the end of the day, you don't stream.
That people well, that's true, but people who do want to enjoy the story, they want them to go out and play the game and actually enjoy the work and hours they put into it, right? And that's what it is. So
I mean, it sucks, but it's not like you have any like valid claim to anything.
Yeah.
So
Atlas never told you were going to be able to stream it ever.
be sad and keep it to yourself. I
Yeah.
don't know. Was that it for the news or anything else?
Few other weird little things. Fallout tabletop game
What?
has been confirmed. It will be out later this
A
year.
board game or a tabletop game?
Tabletop with miniatures.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
It's slotted to come out in November.
Josh will be building miniature Fallout figures and I'll play them.
There's already a whole bunch of Fallout fucking tabletop games.
Is there? Like official ones?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about official.
This one's official. It looks super sweet. I mean, the figures, they've shown just gray figures so far, nothing painted, but the figures are actually done really well. There'll be full story modes. There'll be different PvP options and stuff like that. Looks like they're kind of just going all
I
out
heard
with
some
it.
of that Call of Duty World War II is going to have female character skin that people got upset.
Truth be told, I think the reason that people are upset is not because they're actually upset that there's going to be females in World War II.
Is it a
It's-
historical
I
accuracy
think it
thing?
has to do with the Pose law,
What is
where
that?
extremism and feigned extremism at their most extreme are indistinguishable between each other. Because you think about it, we're living in an age of feminism.
Uh-huh.
Men can't do this, men can't do that. Da, da, da,
Mhm.
da. And then someone's like, hey, we're going to put females in the game. And everyone's like, oh, there were no females in World War II. And they're just getting mad to get mad. Like, that's because they want something to fucking fight about.
My favorite thing is I
Yeah.
saw, maybe it was Kotaku. They posted like, it was like a thread of like people arguing whether they should or shouldn't be in it. Like it's realism. And then it was like, Call of Duty World War II, zombies. And they were like, that was their whole response was just like, here,
Right.
fuck off. Like the game's obvious. It's a game. Deal with it. Like,
And I mean, truth be told, I mean, if we want to talk about what females did in World War II as far as fighting goes, you can look at the entire French resistance. And you fucking tell me that the French didn't do shit in World War II. And you can go fuck yourself first off in the history book. Because anyone who says that the French are a piece of shit, go fuck yourself with the history book.
We did debate last night. We were playing Battlefield, and you might know more about this. How much role did horses actually have in World War One?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Like as much as
The
they
first,
do in that game.
the opening salvos of World War One in the first year were fought Napoleonic tactics.
Were they as hard as tanks?
No.
so where
Maybe
this
with barding.
where this comes from was Peter and Joey were playing last night, and a horse was coming at them, and they both threw it took 2 anti-tank mines to kill the
No,
horse.
because horse is the most overpowered fucking thing in Battlefield 1. That's
It's
just,
true.
That's just the
And
game.
then
That's
doing a
just
whole
the
rant
facts.
about like, were they really this like actually like prevalent in World War One? And that made me question like, were
Yes,
they,
they
really?
were. They 100% were. They were actually in some parts of World War II. They were prevalent.
Really?
The Polish fought tanks on cavalry
Oh my
horseback.
god. Was
the
it
reason
effective?
Yes.
The reason I actually left
because
that
they
Call
had
of
to fucking
Duty.
pull horse out of the treads of their tanks and stop the tank
That
advance.
seems, that
Jeez.
seems brutal.
It's a true story. You can
sounds
look it up. There was
intense.
a whole fucking Polish cavalry fought tank on horseback. I'd held up the Panzer division for a good fucking 3 or 4 fucking days.
Damn.
2 of which they were pulling fucking horse out of the tread of their tanks.
Jesus. Do they use the same tactics as in Battlefield, like C4 on the horse? And
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
exactly what
effective.
they did. They just put
Shit pisses me
fucking
off.
explosive, compound 4, compound D. I think it was comp D, what they called it back in, and or comp E maybe. Put it on their horse, sent the horse into battle at the fucking tanks. Of course, the tanks are shooting at the dudes, and they get the horse up close, go boom. That didn't actually fucking happen.
That's brutal.
But it'd be cool.
No,
that didn't actually happen. No, that didn't actually happen.
Peter was like all drawn
Right
in.
on.
Have they finally add the French in?
Into Battlefield?
Yeah.
I
Because
think
I know
so.
they were going to as part of like one of the expansions.
I don't know. They've done a lot of updates. And
I'm pretty sure they did.
They've made it so you can choose maps now, which is nice. We've
But
had
I
that
did
for,
leave
server
the-
plays on Amiens.
No.
That French city map. I love that map. So
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I like the one that's like actually the buildings and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There's
my
the
favorite
bridge in
map.
the middle.
That's like my favorite
2
map. I
bridges,
love
yeah.
that map.
No, there's only one. No, there is 2 bridges.
Such a big map and it's such tight, close corners though.
It's
They
so
added that
fucking
new map. Have you
claustrophobic.
played that new map with the Zeppelin?
Shadow of the Giant. No,
Dude, that map sucks.
I haven't played Shadow of the Giant since because it wasn't out the last time I played. There we go. The new DLC is going to be Russians and French. I believe that's what they're going to add.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. No,
that's going to be fucking.
They need to
exciting.
stop making big open maps because they just fucking blow. They need to make like tight, close corners maps. Those are fun. Like in Battlefield 3, my favorite map was that prison map. That map fucking rocked.
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4. There you go.
I
Yeah.
think it's called. Yeah, those maps are the crazy. Like Metro.
Yeah,
in
Metro.
Battlefield 3.
Metro was awesome.
And
Fuck
then
yes.
it was. It's called Lockout. I
Mhm.
think it's called.
Lockout's the prison one.
There's a prison one. They're fucking great.
Yeah, those maps are good. Those always
Remember,
fucking
because I
chaos.
remember Battlefield 3, they added the whole entire expansion that was just close quarters, team deathmatch, gun game.
The big open maps end up being just fucking vehicle fuckery and snipers. Like,
Yeah.
And if you want to have any chance of getting through the map, you need to be in a vehicle.
That reminds me of Battlefield 1. People bitching, and they shouldn't bitch. Just they bitch to bitch. And that's what they,
I didn't follow
I
that.
thought you did something wrong.
Yeah, people bitch to bitch. This is what they fucking do.
No, I agree, but I was with Peter. I was like,
Speaking
what
of
did I
bitching,
do?
that's why I'm trying to make my point before you fucking go off on a Josh's retarded tangent. And
Hey,
Battlefield
Brandon has
1,
not gone on that
people,
tangent today.
People fucking they used to complain. This isn't World War I enough. This isn't World War I enough. And everyone's like, okay, we're gonna add that World War I mode in. I forget what it's called.
The fog of war.
Oh yeah, I
Fog of
fucking
War
hate that.
mode. Yeah, the Fog of War mode.
The
no
mode
HUD,
sucked
and
ass.
And the only thing you're allowed to use are fucking bolt action rifles, which are sniper rifles in the game. Everyone's like, everyone's sniping. Well, what the fuck do you expect, twat? That's what World War I was.
That mode sucked asshole. That mode was
That's because
shit.
World War I sucked
asshole.
asshole.
No, I agree.
Well, it's just not a great premise to make a game off.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think Verdun is out on fucking Xbox One now. Download that game. It's cheap, 100% worth it. Fun fucking game. Well, prepare for the first 20 hours you play that game to have your ass slammed 200 fucking times sideways.
Does
Like,
not sound like fun.
So when you come in and you talk about these games you've been playing, and then you follow up with prepared to have your ass slammed, I'm wondering if you're gonna play the game.
I say that shit regardless.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
First and foremost.
the correlation there. I
Two.
wonder if this game is really about getting my ass slammed
Yeah, I'm not
for
sure if
20
it's
hours.
Verdun? No, Verdun's about the Battle of Verdun, which is a World War I
Metaphorical
battle.
ass slamming.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
A literal
Or
ass
a
slamming.
literal
Which
ass slamming.
look forward to that in the Battlefield 1 expansion pack.
Literal ass slamming.
No, Verdun. You fucking imbecile.
It's
Like
full circle.
It's not full
It's
circle
gone.
because you don't know how to apply logic to a fucking regular human conversation. You fucking cunt. Like,
No, it makes
listen to the
perfect
words coming out of my mouth. Like,
Like slamming asshole.
I'm not slamming assholes.
I mean, dude, it's 2017. It's cool. Like,
I'm not slamming assholes. Not boy butts. Just man ass.
oh, okay. And the last bit of news is the Assassin's Creed creator talks why he left Ubisoft.
They're still making that game?
Probably because he made Assassin's Creed and fucking was living in fear of his life from all his fans and decided that he was going to take his life. Got a little long on the mirror. He's like, you can make other games.
Dude, Ubisoft is
He talked about why it was
Decent stuff.
difficult for him in a major company, explaining that he had to come up with political lies to tell media during interviews.
What?
It's essentially just like,
Get the next article. That's stupid.
this is
Oh
just
my
the end of it.
God.
So essentially, at the end of the day, he just
He leaves Ubisoft. Number one, he's already said that he's a liar, so therefore he could be saying anything now.
So is it like just a bitter?
no. And honestly, he
that's
wasn't. He wasn't even saying specifically Ubisoft, right? He said basically the article was that he wanted to go be indie because he could be transparent to his audience. Because basically he's saying like any big company you work for, like it's all about keeping stuff under wraps. It's all about trying to make the big reveal. And where indie's not like that. Indie, you're coming out, you're building stuff. If there's a bug, you tell people, oh, this is fucked up. We're gonna fix it. Or oh, we have to push this back because of this. And that's why he used the word like political lies, because he was like, I know where the game's going. I know the direction. I know exactly where we're at. I know when it's going to be able to launch. And then I come to the media and they're like, oh, what's all this? And he's like, I couldn't tell them that because it's not like it's Ubisoft's decision when I'm allowed to reveal
let's
those.
follow this guy because
So-
I bet you the first indie game he's gonna make is gonna suck, and then he's gonna realize it was him as a developer the whole time, and then he'll fucking get.
Well, I mean, he made Assassin's Creed, which is still making Ubisoft a ton of money, which I don't personally
'Cause people
find any excitement in
Buy
that game.
those fucking games. Like this game is shit, just like the last 5.
So they buy
I'm
it
gonna-
just like Call of Duty.
I'm gonna put it back up on my fucking
I do not buy
game
Assassin's
cabinet next to my fucking
Oh.
Ezio
Cannot
statue.
stand that fucking.
But for me, like I get that as a reason to leave. And once again, it wasn't like specifically Ubisoft
when did
just
it
telling
stop?
me to
When did
lie.
it go from being fucking crazy ancient fucking assassins to fighting some sort of fucking alien magic bullshit?
It happened in the first
really
one.
happened?
Yes.
What?
That was
Everything-
the,
Play them anymore.
that happened in the first one.
Did it really? I didn't.
Yes,
finish
but
it.
that was like, yeah. But like
Yeah.
everything sort of like it's just like the focal point switched to that at some point.
Yeah, no, it was weird.
And
That
it's
probably
like,
happened.
I don't give a shit about these apples I'll fucking eat them. I just want to stab some cunts in the throat.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to play.
Yeah.
Thing. So I play Hitman and I hit shit in the hammer and I don't have to worry about fucking aliens.
I get his reason for leaving, but
Yeah.
what the big question is, like, I don't feel like it's something you need to like make an article about.
Yeah.
People
Why-
were
why
people were
did he-
asking him about like what he's doing now and stuff and why
He
they
doesn't have to reflect on
Yeah,
the past.
literally all
necessarily.
he could have fucking said is, "I'm making games of my own because I want to make games on my
Everyone
own."
has a good reason for leaving their job.
You
That's
didn't
not
have
always
to be a
true.
fucking dumb cunt.
To
and
them,
trash
they do.
Ubisoft.
I mean to them, but
Yeah,
like
everyone feels like they have a justified reason.
yeah, it's true.
We don't all talk about it.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know. I just
we
don't
do-
feel like there was such a big injustice there that he needed to make. An
I,
article
I,
about it.
I disagree. I'd say we all talk about it. We're just not all of us have a camera pointed at us and people taking down what we say.
I get it.
Every time somebody leaves their
Yeah,
job,
people
they
leave.
tell their friends, they tell everybody
Big
around
people
them.
leave big
Oh,
jobs every day.
If I leave my job, it's because 90% of the people who work there are a bunch of dumb cunts.
Yeah. The reason I actually did bring this up though is because I wanted to bring light that obviously if the article is around, people read it and they take how they feel
Bunch
about
of
it
fucking
away
normies.
from it. They read it and they go, their first thought might be like, oh well, he's bashing Ubisoft. Maybe that's what he was trying to say. But the way I read it was not. The way I read it was like, this is how AAA gaming working for these large studios.
But you've
Is now
already
going to be.
established well into the show that you only hear and feel what you want to out of someone's conversation.
Yeah, I mean that's how humans like listen to conversations and respond.
but
You
I-
take and
No,
hear
no,
what
no,
you
no, no, no. I
you
mean,
take
like,
and hear what you
don't
want to hear.
what's actually being said. You hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, that's the human nature.
He's doing it right now. Do you not see this? Like I'm trying to make a valid point, and he's just like, you're a fucking dumb guy.
Regardless, though, like I think that him talking about it just makes him come off as better. I don't know, like if it's legit or not, but everyone fucking knows that that's how it goes. Like,
Yep.
it's not a secret unless you're not paying any attention. And if you're not paying attention, you're not paying attention to his article either.
Is that still going
fair.
on? Is
What's that?
Vivendi still trying to fucking take over?
Yes,
Ubisoft?
indeed they
Honestly,
are.
At this point, I don't know if it'd be worse or better for them.
Vivendi actually just recently, God, this was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, put out a big statement saying that they're trying to ramp up their gaming thing in general. So
What
it's
are they
not
up to now?
just Ubisoft now. Last time I checked, they owned some like 50% of Ubisoft already.
Just like
Are they taking it
fucking-
over yet?
Not completely. It was.
51% is.
I don't think it was quite controlling shares. It was like 47.9% or something. It's like
Jesus.
almost controlling shares of it. They sat down at their last board meeting, but they actually took no votes. They had no say. They just sat there quietly. I think it was basically them kind of showing like, hey, we're here. Like
Yeah.
they're
did
starting to
own-
make their presence.
They did own Activision back in the day.
Yep.
They sold it off.
So, yeah, no, but that's definitely still happening.
See, I couldn't fucking do that because at my work, when we recently had a merger with another company, we were in charge of working with the team on that side, and the first thing I did was get in a fucking fight with them.
That sounds Pretty much.
Fuck them. They want to come over. They're like, these are our policies, and I'm like, no.
Did they buy you?
You don't run
or
our
did you
fuck.
buy
You don't
them?
run our business.
Did
These
they
are
buy you?
Our policies. No.
You guys bought them?
No.
Who bought who?
No, but we just merged.
Well, I mean, somebody has to like put the money in.
We were the bigger company.
So then they
Yeah, screw 'em.
absorb. Then you absorb them,
Yeah.
and they fucking deal with your shit.
Yeah, but now it doesn't matter because the boss that ran that entire part of the company is now my director.
No.
So now you have to listen to him. so now you're wrong, sir.
So now I'm fucked. That just recently happened. I might mention I was correct a year ago.
You were correct
Now
up
I'm-
until that
and
guy.
up until that guy was
Yeah.
like, now I'm in charge. I'm
Yeah.
like, fiddle fucks.
Yeah. Fiddle fucks. All right, that's all the news I have.
News is done.
And-
Time. Take up 50. We gotta have a 2-hour show one of these days because you take up an hour with your segment.
There's a lot of news. News is fucking prominent. I had a week of news to pack. I have to cut out news.
Hey, Shrek knows what's up.
I have to get rid of news. I have to throw news away because
Or
I'm like,
maybe we
there's
can
too
not
much of
talk
it.
about one specific fucking topic for 25 fucking minutes.
Then you should just agree with me.
No. Hard fucking no.
I
I'm-
agree with Josh there.
No, okay.
Don't agree with Brandon,
I'm just giving you an out.
even if he's right.
I'm just giving you an out.
Or I could just stop you with
Just
facts.
Power
and
through
experience.
everything. You can just agree with me and we'll move on. It
It'd
is
also be great
time
if you-
for the
oh.
best, the fun, the coolest part of the show, the developer shout out.
Oh,
Developer shout out. We appreciate your hard work. This time I actually chose Nintendo's Genyo Takeda. He actually did retire this week after 45 years in gaming. He was actually hailed as Nintendo's first game designer. So he actually put out the very first Nintendo game, which was EVR Race. He's worked for the company since the early 70s.
Jesus.
He has essentially done everything. He's the reason that Zelda had the battery save capability and you didn't have to save your game with that crazy code. He was like the first person to do that for Nintendo. He was the reason that the Nintendo
Was
64...
the first person for Nintendo, or like in general, did he come up with like the save game?
Yeah.
file?
Well, at least for Nintendo, which I think was like one of the first without using the code. He was also the person to add the analog stick onto the 64 controller, which was the first analog stick
That put a piece
in
of
gaming.
Shit.
I
Um,
love that
I
controller.
still have fucking scars.
oh yeah, like from spinning. We all do.
See that divot there? That hand?
Yes, I do
Straight up
actually.
from fucking 64 controller.
But yeah, so figure you credit
Holy
him
crap.
with
That's
what's
a lot
that?
of games.
yeah. He's been
Half of them
working.
suck.
He's been working at Nintendo forever.
Excuse me?
Actually, they all suck.
Excuse me? Double excuse me?
No.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was amazing.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was amazing.
That's true.
But yeah, so he was, like
And
I said,
Dr. Mario.
he was Nintendo's first game developer. He did the save data for Nintendo. He added the analog stick, which is now used in every goddamn game controller for consoles that's out there. The guy obviously did a whole lot for the gaming industry as a whole for video games. Pretty much if you've played a video game or something he's done probably has affected your game somehow,
That's awesome.
regardless of how you look at it. He did just retire this year after 45 years in gaming. So I felt he was definitely the need for our developer shout out. He has allowed us all to play the games the way we play them, right? Just the analog stick in general. I can't think of playing a lot of games without an analog stick. Think about like your Twitch shooters and stuff like that. Oh, that's right, because you're a boom. Yeah, you're a PC player. But console players in general, we all have a whole lot to salute this guy for. So, Genyo Takeda, thank you for all your work. Hope you enjoy your retirement. Kick back, relax, man. Have a good one. Don't let
That's awesome.
Don't let Nintendo call you up and
That was my problem too.
what's up?
Couldn't play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out because I suck.
I mean, that's a you problem. Get good, sir.
Yeah, it was the first Dark Souls.
It was the first It was Dark Souls before Dark Souls was Dark Souls. Fool. All right, Peter, we're kicking you off the show. Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Fuck off the table. Get out the
Dude, every time I hear people talk about that all the time, they're like, "Oh, Dark Souls is so hard." I'm like, play any game that was made before the '90s. Like,
They made them hard because they were always they wanted to make them longer.
yeah, because when there was
No, they made them super hard because if the games came out so few and far between, you want to spend as much time on one fucking game.
yeah, and if the game really only has, let's say, 10 hours of gameplay, but it's super hard and you can put 100 hours into it because it's hard, then, yeah, like you said, it just extends it. So, yeah, hard games. Hardest game you've ever played.
Oh, fuck me, dude. Stick shift.
Is that the one you were talking about earlier?
No, that's not the hardest game. Probably XCOM.
Yeah.
I've never played XCOM.
You never played XO. Hardest game I ever played is Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. Hardest game
Oh,
ever.
no, hardest game
Go
I've
play it.
ever played was fucking Ninja Gaiden Black Edition.
It's a hard one. I was reading an article about somebody, basically in one of the new Ninja Gaidens, if you beat it on the hardest difficulty at the very end, you unlock like the first Ninja Gaiden game. And he was basically told, like, we need footage of the new Ninja Gaiden game at the end, so beat the Ninja. And he was like, that's fucking impossible. He was given like a week to do it. And he was like, well, I just can't do that. So what he did was emulate the game, give them that. So I think it's like GameSpot. He's like, GameSpot, you're using illegal fucking things. Sorry, because I don't work for you anymore. Boom.
That's pretty fucked up.
I mean,
Lion
it's-
King on the Sega Game Gear was really fucking tough.
Damn.
Too. That stupid ass wildebeest
Yep.
fucking level, dude.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed this, check us out next Monday, same time, same place on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you prefer. Of course, make sure you go check out our YouTube, youtube.com/Fat Island Gaming Co. And come hang out with us for all the funs and enjoyments that we always have. Thank you so much. We love you. Catch you next time.
Next time we dissect children.